Now hang on a sec. Does this qualify for E-rate funding? Let's talk about it. All right, let's stop right there for a quick second. In my last video, I talked about E-rate Category 1 funding, which is everything about the internet connection. The government will help pay for anything that is literally an internet connection coming into a school or library. That's DSL, cable modem, wireless, broadband, fiber. I mean, the list goes on and on. Any way that you can bring in internet connection to the school qualifies for E-rate Category 1 funding. That's the first funding that you get. E-rate Category 2 funding, which is what I'm talking about now, and again, catch what I'm about to say, is anything that supports distributing that internet connection to the school or library where it's installed. So let's come back and take a look at this picture. When you bring that internet connection into a building, the point of demarc is where the service provider, the carrier says, okay, we're done. Everything past that line belongs to you. Like if something over here breaks, like our wavy internet line, hopefully it's not a wavy line, we'll repair that at no cost. If it's on this side, you guys repair that. That's your cost. So you're gonna need to run a cable. Okay, so wait a sec. That cable and any cable inside of the building that's used to distribute the internet connection. Well, hang on. That's a big deal. Any cable in the building that's used to distribute the internet connection is E-rate Category 2? Yeah. Every piece of copper, fiber, any cable is E-rate Category 2. And that's going to run into the rack, which is actually holding all of the equipment in place. The rack qualifies for E-rate Category. You're like, wait a sec. The rack doesn't do internet. Yes, it does. It holds the pieces so a rolling rack, an enclosed rack, a secure rack. Racks are all qualifying for E-rate Category 2, right? The router, where that internet connection comes in, or firewall, if you have a router and a firewall, both of them qualifies. And those will also then distribute up to probably a whole bunch of switches. I could draw all the ports, but that would take some time. All of those switches categorize as E-rate Category 2 funding. I can't write and talk at the same time. So I'm gonna bring it back real quick to the way that I opened this video. Does this qualify for E-rate funding? Yes, it does. E-rate Category 2, because this, this is a switch. It's a Juniper switch used to distribute that. Now, hang on, what else? It's not just those devices. We also have most users nowadays no longer using connections to the switches. They're using wireless access points. Hundreds of them potentially inside of their building that is distributing that out. All of this system is often supported by UPS systems. Uninterruptible power supply. So if the power goes out, things run, allowing it to do a soft shutdown. This, like everything here, the entire network infrastructure and any antenna that you use, any cable that you use, any monitoring software or controller software, like wireless controller software, the software that you use to manage all of this stuff. I'll put one on there that I use all the time, PRTG. It's a monitoring system that alerts me if something goes down. That all qualifies for E-rate Category 2 as well. So what doesn't qualify for E-rate Category 2? The actual end device, meaning the user's smartphone, tablet, Chromebook, laptop, server, all of the things that actually use the internet connection, those are not E-rate Category 2 funding. They may qualify for a different program, like recently we saw some emergency funds to go buy a whole bunch of student devices with the coronavirus happening. But as of right now, E-rate Category 1 and 2 can fund the internet connection and everything in your system used to distribute that internet connection throughout the building or buildings of your school or library. It's that simple.